Look at the size of this. And it does this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mando number 5.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, Mando number 5, and I'm Keith Guppy. So welcome to episode number 8 of my Focus figure line. Today we're going to look at the Rebels series of figures which came out in 2014, which accompanied the animated series, which is getting more and more popular. Now the figure line consisted of 25 Saga Legends figures, a bit like this one. This was obviously Plo Koon. So they were quite very small card backs. Some of the figures were quite basic, 5 POA, but there are some really unusual figures and especially vehicles and ships from the line. So you've got the figure on the front, you've got a stormtrooper, animated stormtrooper background, you've got the helmet features on the bubble there, you've got the advert for the Rebels series, which is on Disney, and then you've got a picture of the figure itself, and on the back you've got a scene from the animated series. And then you've got the SL number in the corner. This is number 16. As I said, there was 25 Saga figures in the series. And also with that, there were what they called the Mission Series double packs. And some of these are worth quite a bit. I mean, when I say quite a bit, I mean maybe 35, 30 quid, some of them. This is obviously Boba Fett and a normal stormtrooper, not an animated stormtrooper. So quite nice. Same sort of background. The bubbles are different, completely different. They're much more squarer than the stormtrooper version. 2 packs. Reference to the series again on the front, and then a cool looking scene from that's from Empire Strikes Back with Darth Vader and Lando. So there were 18 of these double packs in the series. As always, please stay tuned right at the end of the video where I'm going to let you know how much the Rebels line is worth and what figures I've still got to get to complete it. So because there's no real standout figures in this series, apart from one, I'm going to give you a quick overview of about 5 or 6 of the figures. I'm going to start with some of the quite unique ones. I just want to point out, again, I store mine in these store display stand-up standees, which are quite cool. If any of you got them, they're really nice. They do a single pack ones and they do the double pack ones. So let's start with some of the animated figures that are really unique to the series, and that's one there. That's an animated TIE Fighter pilot, which is cool in like an animation style, and there's a photograph on the back. But I really like the animated ones that are just unique to the line. And then you've got Agent Callus. He's another unique animated figure, which is cool, with his helmet on, obviously, and there he is at the back, same sort of photograph as the TIE Fighter. And then you've got Chopper. We all love Chopper, and up to recently that was quite a sought after figure because I think you can get him in a Droid Factory Disney pack, but he has been released on TVC most recently. So, but that's the animated version. So really cool, that one. These are probably, I imagine he would go for about 20 quid. I would imagine on secondary market. And then you've got some nice clones, which aren't animated, but I thought I'd show them. You've got the normal white clone here. Then you've got Commander Bly. I'm not sure if that's a unique figure or not, because he looks slightly different than the other versions I've seen. He's got a very gold pauldron on him, but some of you might know, so please leave a comment if you think that's unique to this line. And there's a picture on the back with some other 212 clones. It's a nice figure. And then probably one of my favourites of the line is Clone Commander Gree, with that style of helmet. I don't know if that's phase 2. I'm not sure. You guys will be able to tell me. I can't remember at the moment. But yeah, there's Commander Gree, and I think that is probably unique, that one. I'm just looking around in my clones section. Yeah, but again, let me know, guys, if that's the new line. But that's probably one of the most expensive. That's probably 20-25 quid, that figure there. And there's a quick picture on the back. Yeah, so that's from the Clone Wars series, that picture. So that's the some of the highlights of the single figures. Not massive value. The one that I haven't showed you is the one I need, and that's the Coruscant Jedi Guard. And I put some pictures of it. I did have it graded, but I got on the bandwagon and sold it for, I don't know what it was, probably 250 quid about a year or so ago. So I'm after another one. To get one now, you're probably talking 150 quid, maybe 180 quid to get a decent one. They're really sought after, but really smart. But I'll put some pictures up of that. And then we come to the double packs, and there were 18 of these double packs, and again, some of these are quite sought after. Sabine Wren and an unique animated stormtrooper in this pack. So really cool. That'll probably cost you, don't know, probably maybe 30 or 40 quid. The double pack there, that's very sought after, that one. So that's that one. And then you've got a great one where you've got Bosk and IG-88 in a pack. And Bosk and IG-88 are always sought after, so probably 20-25 quid for that one. And then another one that's quite sought after, and I've seen these go for sort of 25-30 quid again, is the Emperor and Yoda. And I think that I would say, I mean, it's not a great mould of Yoda, of the Emperor. But I would think, again, that's a unique figure to this line. I can't remember that figure with that hard goods being released on any other line. But again, let me know. And then there's the two of them during their battle, Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, that's the double packs for you. No standouts apart from, as I said, that Coruscant Jedi Guard. So I guess the highlight of the Rebel series, apart from that one figure I mentioned before, is probably the vehicles. And the vehicles from the animated series were all very, very unique. They had some saga vehicles like Slave One, Obi-Wan's Jedi Fighter, Anakin's Fighter, Millennium Falcon, but they were just reproduction ones of the previous mission series that I showed you quite recently. But these were the animated ones that are unique to this series. So you had the Phantom attack shuttle that comes out the Ghost. Now, this has gone up in quite a lot of value over the last couple of years. I mean, this one's probably, the attack shuttle was probably about 40 or 50 quid. But with all the ships I'll show you, there was 4 animated versions. They all came with a Target exclusive version that came with a figure as well. And I've got most of them. So the Phantom attack shuttle, normal version, and there's the back of it. And then that came with, also you get the one with Kanan in it, the exclusive figure inside, as you can see there. So yeah, they all did that. The backs were, I think the back of them was the same, slightly different writing on the top. So the multi-language was a different place, but apart from that, pretty much the same ships. So that was the Phantom attack shuttle, and that theme went on through a few of the vehicles. You then had the TIE Inquisitor, TIE Advanced prototype, which is a real cool ship. Again, absolutely unique to the Rebels line. And then you had the Grand Inquisitor inside the pack. And there's the back, just showing it there. But yeah, and then you could obviously get that without the Inquisitor again. And then another vehicle that's quite sought after was the AT-DP, which showed up quite a few times in the series. There's a cool little walker, really the first iteration before the Scout Walker, I guess. But again, you can get this with an exclusive figure as well, and there it is on the back. And finally, one that's probably, I don't know, what's the retail of this? Probably about £80 these are going for. This is the troop transport. So a bit of a throwback to the original troop transport from the original vintage series. It's been then redone in the TVC, but this is the animated version, which is very, very unique. So pretty cool transport. Again, you can get this with an extra figure as well. And there you are on the back with the animated stormtroopers. So, you know, the ships in the line are pretty cool. But I'll just show you the Hero series, which are some really chunky ships, which were also released in the Rebels line. So as well as producing the Millennium Falcon, a basic Millennium Falcon in the series, there are two huge ships that came with it, two Xwings. One is very well known. The other one, I'd be surprised if anyone's seen it, but you guys in the States might have seen them. So this is the Hero series Xwings. Now, a very basic figure, just a shell of a figure. You can put a droid in, as you can see. There's Princess Leia in poncho, just to give you some scale. Huge boxes. These have never really taken off, excuse the pun. I mean, you probably pick them up for 20, 30, 40, 50 quid. But they're probably not far off true scale, if I'm honest. So that's cool. But sitting behind it, I've got the American version, which is a different beast. I'll just move this out of the way. So here is the American version. You can see how much bigger the box is. The wing is displayed in the box. And it has got lights and sounds. I'll just give you a demonstration of some of them. Yeah, so a completely, much bigger box, a better vehicle, just because of the lights and sounds, really. Completely different, and you don't see these very often on. I've still got some postage stuff on the back of this one, but yeah, you don't see these very often. I'll just give you a quick. I'll just spin the other box around as well. Yeah, they are more or less the same boxes on the back, just enlarged, a large picture. But yeah, like I said, the American version I've got here is quite rare. I've not seen many others, but again, if you've got one, or you know where they were actually sold, then let me know, because even in my collector's wish book, they don't show them. It's a bit of an unknown, this one. So please let me know in the chat. And that concludes my review of all the vehicles. So let's look at the value of the Rebels series. I think you'll be quite surprised, because, as I said before, most of the vehicles are very unique to that cartoon animated series. So they're basically 25 Saga Legends figures. And on eBay, they're going at about £17.52 each, which gives you an overall value of £438. And then you have what they call the Mission Series double packs within the Rebels line. There was 18 of those. And to get all of those, you need to spend about £365.76. So that gives you an average of £20.32 per figure. So a reasonable amount. And then the 11 vehicles, and this just bump up the value of that series of the line. There are 11 vehicles to collect. Some are quite exclusive with the extra figures, as I said. And their value based on the eBay sales is £645, which gives you a value of £58.64, which is quite high for these vehicles that are quite small. And then you move on to the two Hero Series Xwings that I showed you. One's obviously worth more than the other because it's the American exclusive. But for two of those, I think you'd have to spend about 140 quid. I couldn't find the American one on eBay. And so that's £70 each for those two Hero Series. So that gives you a grand total of
£1,588.76.
I said I just need the Temple Guard, which I have had in the past graded. I need him. So I think you probably have to spend 150 quid to get one of those now. So there you have it. Again, really appreciate you watching. Please keep subscribing and commenting on my channel so I can change and adapt. But I'll be back soon with episode number 9. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mando number 5.